Hello everyone, my name is Jesse Atkinson, aka Lone Lycanroc, and welcome back to and we would like to welcome back our good old friend, the Surface Pro 3, as you can see here, which as you can probably tell is running Windows 10. I believe it's running a copy of Windows 10 Professional, as always. But as you can probably tell, Windows 10 is ending support very soon. In fact, it's actually ending support this month, actually. It's very, very soon. I think it's ending support in like less than 14 days, like 13 days to be specific. So, yeah. So it's like nearing the end of its lifespan. Which is kind of sad, because you would think that they would issue, like, more, like, updates. I think there was a few updates issued. But at this point, I think I have two alternatives I'm going to do now. The first alternative I think I'm going to do is just force this to Windows 11. I have used Linux on here before, and trust me, it is a complete mess. Most of the features are half not working. You get the idea. I think I did a video of me installing Ubuntu 24.04 on this before, which it did install just fine, surprisingly. Of course, a lot of the features were not as good as it seemed. Of course, you get the idea. But to be fair, I'm not really a big fan of Linux in my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion, though. I have ran Linux quite a bit on my on VMware on my main Windows 11 computer back here, and trust me, it's not my favorite. I will admit, it's pretty slow. But anyway, we'll just try to force this to Windows 11, and I think I have an idea on how to do that, because this does have the Trusted Platform Module 2.0. But it does have an older CPU. But I think I know the way around that, though. I am going to go ahead and zoom in here for you guys so you can see the screen a little bit better. But it's probably going to be blurry, though. My apologies. I am going to go ahead and grab my phone here. In fact, I don't even know where my phone's at. Oh, here it is. Here's my phone here. I have to unlock it, obviously. I think this was posted on the Windows forum, I believe. So, here's what we have to do. We have to press WinR to open up the run commands. You can see it, but not as well. And then we'll type in regedit and press enter. And then we'll see if we want to allow this app to make changes. We'll say yes. Alright, I am going to go ahead and swap the camera position. We'll be right back. Alright, I had to move the computer over a little bit because the peripherals were kind of the way. And unfortunately, it's really just going to be too blurry, guys. It's just not going to be that hard to see. My video camera just doesn't record as well. I'm thinking of just going back using my phone again. Maybe it just doesn't like the lighting I have. Who knows? Anyway, enough all that. We have to navigate the registry. We have to go to HK Local Machine System Setup. So let's find that. Local machine system setup, and at this point there should be a Mo setup key. Is there a Mo setup key? No, there is not, so we need to create one. Let's go ahead and right click on the setup, choose new key. And we shall call it Mo Setup. The M as in as an M. Now we have to create a new D-word value. Right click in the right pane, which is right here. New D-word 32-bit. Yep. And we have to give it the code. Allow upgrades with unsupported TPM or CPU, then press enter, and we have to double click on the newly created word and set the value down to the 1, which obviously set to 0, set that to 1, click on OK, and now it's set to 1. Now there is some updates it is going to do here, which obviously it's just going to restart, so, I do not know why it's being so slow. I have a feeling that this update's going to be pretty big. In fact, I'm going to Google this update and see how big this update is, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, it's been a good while later. Unfortunately, despite my objections, they decided to update anyway. Even though that I told it to pause the updates, it decided to force the update anyway, so that's part of the reason why I just shut off the video camera. That's part of the reason why we're at 1 zoom now. Plus, also I got the password incorrect on the first scope. I got around the second try, so big thumbs down on my part. But anyway, we're here now, once again, even though we're here 10 freaking minutes later, but anyway, we can go ahead and plug in our SSD here. It feels kind of warm. And yeah, I can tell this is being a little bit slow, so maybe I should force this to Windows 11. I'm thinking maybe I should just install Linux or just donate this to, like, Greatwheel or something, because, I mean, this is like, I have never seen this slow at all. I mean, this is kind of reminding me, yeah, I'm starting to think maybe if I force this to Windows 11, I mean, this is going to be a terrible nightmare. I mean, this is kind of reminding me of my iPad. Is it off there? Okay, I guess we're going to the boot folder, apparently. Okay, it is a little bit faster now. Remember, it did update, so it's being herky-jerky. Setup will go online to get updates. No way on this earth. Oh, good grief. Done enough updates as it is. You'll shove more down my throat, like Farming Simulator. Screw Farming Simulator. And by the way, that was a notification from Xbox, by the way. By the way, I just want to put my 15 cents here. I usually get less ads on Windows 11 than I get on Windows 10. It's part of the reason why I'm going to be forcing this to Windows 11 anyway, because, to be fair, Windows 10 I think was more infested with ads than Windows 11 is. I mean, if you've seen my YouTube videos in the past, you can see why I've always thrown have to mention Windows 10's ads. I mean, let's face it, Windows 10 was a frickin' ad service, let's face it. It's the worst OS in this world now, and no one needs to be used anymore. Anyway, yes, I accept the stupid agreement. I'm getting fed up with Windows 10 anyway. I mean, it's more of a ad shovel than anything else. If I wanted to see ads, I would just visit freaking Google. This might as well be a freaking Chromebook at this point. As you can see, I'm also not a fan of Microsoft. I am a complete, but I am not a fan of Linux either. To be fair, I do not like any of the tech. I do not like the way how tech is going, guys. It seems that way. But we'll just have to be sure with how it's going. Again, my apologies that the camera is completely zoomed out. That's just how it's gonna be. Okay, so, this PC doesn't meet the system requirements. These requirements help ensure... Okay, so this is just a warning it says. I'll read it to you here. You won't be able to see it as well, though, but because of it being blurry, but my apologies. There needs to be a... Yeah, you won't be able to see one bit. It says this PC does not meet the minimum system requirements for running the OS, Windows 11. These requirements will help ensure a more reliable and higher quality experience. BS. Installing Windows 11 on this PC is not recommended, may result in compatibility issues. But if you proceed installing Windows 11, your PC will no longer be supported. It will not be entitled to receive updates. Damages to your PC due to lack of compatibility are covered under the manufacturer warranty. By selecting Accept, you are acknowledging that you'll read and understand the statements. Yes, that's fine. I just don't want to see more ads. I've seen enough Xbox ads as it is. Stop shoving Xbox down my freaking throat. Alright, here we go. You won't be able to use your PC during the installation. It will let us keep our personal files and apps at the very least. But yeah, I will have to plug in the PC. I think the battery is at 64%. I'll go ahead and do that once I click the install button. But I don't think the charger is plugged in. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that off camera, but first I am going to go ahead and click install right now. And there we go. It's going to go ahead and install Windows 11, which obviously you can see that very clearly. So yeah, there we go. And obviously it's doing it from the SSD, which is very simple enough. The PC will restart several times. It may take a while, so I will be back in a while. So until then, I shall be back. Alright, we're back, guys. And basically what it did was it just did a simple upgrade process. And it is running Windows 11 now. Simple as that. I think this is version Windows 11. I don't know what version this is, but I'll check the, okay, let me pull up calendar there. We'll see if the volume is working here. I think it is, I just don't have it turned up at the moment. Or I may have system sounds turned off, because I think I did have that turned off. But it does look like it did detect it. So, just take my word for it, sound is working. Okay, that's the brightness. Okay, I do want to, actually, yeah, we'll keep it at 25. But yeah, everything seems to be working for the most part. The reason why I wanted to lower the brightness down is because the, device is getting very hot. Yeah, it's getting very warm, and I don't really want to overheat it to the point, because it was having some graphics issues with the screen, so yeah, that was kind of a problem. Anyway, okay, why is it, oh, there we go. Remember, it was having this issue too with Windows 10. I'll load up the settings app. It is connected to the internet, as you can tell. Okay, apparently I'm going to have to activate it, but at least it has the, so apparently, yeah, because this is a different version of Windows, it needs to be reactivated. I'll probably just use the, activation patch from KMS Guides. I'll probably do that off camera. But yeah, why not? As you can see right here, it is a Surface Pro 4. Just automatically gave its own name, or just kept the name. But yeah, I can't really do anything here unless if I activate the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'll be right back. Alright, got the OS activated. We'll go here to the Settings app again by pressing Start. Typing in Settings. And yeah, there it is. It doesn't show up anymore, but just to prove it, we'll go and type in Act and go to Activation Settings. And yep, activation state is active. Simple as that. So there you go. Although it does say there's no product key found though, which is kind of concerning me. But as long as the activation state is active, I can't complain. So anyway, enough of all that. Yeah, it's pretty much running Windows 11 just fine. I do want to check Device Manager though. Where's that at? System. I forget where Device Manager is at on here. It's like it's missing, like on Windows 11 now. There is an About page on here. Okay, we got 238 gigs of storage. Yeah, this only has Intel HD graphics, only 128 megabytes. And the CPU is pretty old, and that's like one of the older CPUs, which is part of the reason why it was probably not supported. This is actually a Surface Pro 4. Huh. So I thought this was a Surface Pro 3, but I was wrong. And this is version 25H2. Forget when that version was released. It was probably released definitely this year. Okay, there's Device Manager. We'll head over there. So I am curious to see, like, if this still has the proper drivers and everything. I think it does. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. Yeah, I think it still has the proper drivers and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, lesson learned. Don't do a clean install of Windows 11. Because I did do a video of this, doing a clean install after I reformat with Linux. And put Windows 11 on here, but it did fail. But this time we just upgraded from Windows 10 to 11. That seemed to do the trick. So that's pretty awesome. At least see if the camera works. I don't know if it will, but it's worth a try. There's a camera app on here. Yep. And hopefully it'll work. And yep, looks like it will. Nice. F4 out of that. So yeah, pretty much everything is working. That's awesome. Out of the box. Of course, not really surprising considering we just did an upgrade, but there you go. But yeah, that's, I think, pretty much it. Other than the fact the icon's just refreshed, but of course it likes to be on my main computer too, of course. There is one more thing I do want to check also. I did also install a copy of VMware Workstation 14, which is obviously pretty old, but it does work on Windows 11, trust me, because I did use it on my old, on my newer Windows 11 computer, and trust me, it worked perfectly. For the most part, but that's not here what we're talking about. I'm trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, Google's Google Chrome. I'm pretty sure that will work just fine. But yeah, as you can see, it runs pretty much as it should. It might have some issues later on throughout the road. But hey, at least it works. At least it's running now the latest version of the OS it should be. And even though it's not exactly how it's supposed to be, hey, at least it works now. At least it's running what it should be now. So there you go. Also, there is a program on here I had before. It should still be on here, I think. It is still on here. Okay, good. I had a copy of Adobe Audition 2024 for digitizing my Jack Benny collection tapes, which I'm hoping I'll still be able to digitize soon. And yes, that is still on there, thankfully. Don't know why I was concerned about that, but well, but yeah, I think that's just going to have to conclude the video here, guys. It is getting pretty late. As you can see, it is about 10:41, so it is getting very late, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. But until next time, I am Jesse Hackinson, aka Lone Like and Rock, sign off. Goodbye, everyone. Yep.